Hi guys, welcome to another Storytime video. It feels like ages since I've recorded a Storytime video. But in today's video, I wanted to compare my school life with my college life because for me, both were very different. So firstly, let's start with where my school was and where my college was. My school was in a very remote area of Madhya Pradesh where we used to live in a township because my dad was working in a PSU. So the township from inside was very well built, but उसके बाहर कुछ भी नहीं था. And it was so remote that कोई बाहर कोई अगर मूवी रिलीज होती थी, कोई बॉलीवुड मूवी रिलीज होती थी, पहली बात तो 2-3 महीने लगते थे टू रीच द डिस्ट्रिक्ट वेयर द मूवी थिएटर वाज. And secondly, for us to go from the township to the actual movie theater was also like a 1 hour bus journey. So you can imagine how far inside it was, and which is why the kind of exposure that I had got in my school was also obviously very restricted. And then when I moved to college, I came to Delhi. It was the capital city of India. And I met kids who had been brought up in Delhi and they were like so different from what I was. मुझे छोटी छोटी बातें पता चलती थी दिल्ली की स्कूल लाइफ के बारे में. I used to be very surprised. Something as simple as 11th 12th के बच्चे dating each other. And I was like, they actually go on dates to a movie theater and a restaurant? How? बिकॉज मेरे छोटे से टाउनशिप में पहली बार तो रेस्टोरेंट्स कोई थे ही नहीं, बट एक आध जो थे भी, अगर हम कहीं चले भी जाते थे, देयर वाज नो वे आई कुड हैव बीन देयर विदाउट मीटिंग 10 other people, 10 other parents I knew and who knew my parents, and it would just have been so awkward. Forget dating. Even when it came to people learning their hobbies, going to a music class or an art class, they were taught by like all these celebrities and famous personalities, famous teachers. जबकि हम तो वहाँ पे मतलब पहली बार खुद ही सीखते थे, कोई सिखाने वाला था ही नहीं. आई डोंट रिमेंबर टेकिंग एनी फ्रिकिंग ट्यूशन इन माई entire school life. पर कोई सिखाता भी था तो भी they would be like very normal teachers. So when I moved from school to college, it was a bit of a culture shock for me, to be very honest. This video is in association with Unacademy. Unacademy, जैसे कि you might be knowing, is one of India's largest learning platforms today. They have come up with a new package to help you guys prepare for your SSC board examinations for Maharashtra board, 9th or 10th standard के लिए. You can now learn all the subjects on Unacademy. Also, the courses are going to be provided by the top 50 educators of Maharashtra. You also have the option to choose between 3 languages जिसमें आपको सीखना है. One is Marathi, English and Hindi. And what all will you get? You will get unlimited free live classes, a lot of free quizzes, daily quizzes, strategy and tips to help you in your preparation. They also do live doubt clearing sessions, and उसके साथ साथ you will also be able to track your progress, track your performance and your progress on a dashboard. All of this is available to you at rupees 375 per subject. Monthly subscription fee है ये, and if you use my code, I am going to leave it on the screen, INGYAAN, you can also get a 10% discount, and you can also get the first class absolutely free. All the details on how you can sign up and use my code as well is there in the description box of this video, so go and check it out. And what are you waiting for? If you think you are too late for your preparations for board exams, definitely sign up. Coming to the second point. In my school, I was pretty much an all-rounder. I was good at everything. Obviously because छोटा सा environment था. 11th 12th में तो science stream में 15 बच्चे होंगे max. So in a way, we also got a lot of attention from our teachers, which again could be good or bad. But anyway, what I was saying was I used to be an all-rounder. I used to be good at studies. I used to be good at whatever extracurricular activities I would take up. And obviously, I did not have a lot of competition because वो जगह इतनी छोटी थी. And then when I moved to college, firstly it was IIT Delhi. So the students who were there were like very smart. But forget academics, even outside academics, be it music, be it dance, art, painting, robotics, कुछ भी ले लो, people are good. People were so good at everything. So college में काफी टाइम तक तो मुझे imposter syndrome ही होती रही. I used to feel like I don't stand anywhere compared to all these people. I'm so inferior. And I always had that complex for the first at least 1.5 years before I could cope up and like digest ki okay, I am also part of this college now, so I must have done something to be here, right? Thirdly, school life was obviously studying at home versus college life was in the hostel. So that made college life very, very fun. I mean, my school life was also very, very fun that way because, like I said, right, कि बाहर की distractions हमारे पास थी नहीं. So when we were inside the township, we were pretty much between those like four walls. We would do everything with our own set of friends. But in college, it was different because we were living in a hostel, and the kind of bonding that we developed with people who you live together with, you study together with, that's very, very different. एंड हॉस्टल लाइफ ऑब्वियसली काफ़ी ऑसम होती है. पहली बात तो तुम्हें सब कुछ खुद करना पड़ता है, तो शुरू शुरू में ऐसा लगता है कि वाओ कितना फ्रीडम है, बट इवेंचुअली ऐसा लगता है कि यार काश कोई अच्छा खाना बना के खिलाने वाला होता या कोई कपड़े धो देता, क्योंकि वो भी हमें खुद ही करना पड़ता था. फॉर मी हॉस्टल लाइफ इज ऑल्सो अबाउट डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़, क्योंकि IIT दिल्ली में बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग कल्चर है हॉस्टल्स का, इंटर हॉस्टल राइवलरी एंड ऑल. सो वी वर प्रीटी मच लाइक अ वेरी टाइट टीम. And there were so many night outs just preparing for those things. A lot of my friends, they would tell me that they had a time limit of 5 or 6 p.m. and they would have to sneak out to go out with their friends. हमारे लिए ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था, which was very, I guess, fortunate for us. एक 11 p.m. का टाइम उन्होंने बाद में रखना शुरू कर दिया था by the time I was, I think, 3rd or 4th year. But that was also not, it was not like we were restricted from going in or out. It was just about we had to sign in and sign out if we were going out after 11 p.m. And within the hostel campus, of course, it was very, very safe, even though it was in Delhi, but it was very well guarded and there were no issues at all. So yeah, all that freedom was great. Although I'm not very sure how much I used all that freedom away from my parents. Next, पढ़ाई की बात करते हैं. School की पढ़ाई was obviously very, very आसान because you did not have to understand a lot of concepts. You just had to read up a lot of stuff. I loved reading, and जो थोड़े बहुत math, science, whatever concepts they were teaching us, I mean, they were not that difficult for me. But when we came to college, the first class that I attended, I remember, was AML, Applied Mechanics. And oh my god, that has to be one of the most difficult subjects I have ever studied. कुछ भी नहीं समझ आता था, मतलब पहले के 2-3 लेक्चर्स में तो फिर भी समझ आते थे, एंड देन एज वी ग्रेजुएटेड आई वाज लाइक फिजिक्स तो IIT में घुसने के लिए भी पढ़ा था, बट ये तो कुछ भी सिमिलर नहीं लग रहा. सो इट वाज वेरी, वेरी डिफिकल्ट. एंड एक तो स्कूल में पढ़ाई रेगुलरली भी करते थे ना, कॉलेज में इतनी रेगुलर पढ़ाई भी नहीं होती थी. यू वुड ओनली एंड अप स्टडिंग बिफोर द एग्जाम्स. So I guess it was a mix of everything which used to give me an impression that college की पढ़ाई is much more difficult. Another thing about पढ़ाई was स्कूल में I was always a goody kind of a person. तो वहाँ पे तो सब पढ़ाई करते थे एंड अच्छे से थ्रू आउट देयर पढ़ाई करते थे, एग्जाम्स देते थे अच्छे से, कुछ फीडबैक मिलता था तो उस पर वर्क करते थे, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. फिर कॉलेज आते ही काफ़ी कुछ बदल गया था. पहली बात तो वो इम्पोस्टर सिंड्रोम, एंड सेकेंडली कॉलेज के पहले लोग भर देते हैं ना तुम्हारे दिमाग में दैट स्कूल में अच्छा कर लिया एंड इफ यू गेट इनटू अ गुड कॉलेज देन यू आर डन, यू डोंट हैव टू डू एनीथिंग, यू विल हैव अ चिल लाइफ. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है बाय द वे. बट स्टिल कॉलेज में इतनी और एक्टिविटीज़ भी होती है कि आई थिंक आई एटलीस्ट एंडेड अप स्टडिंग मोस्टली ओनली बिफोर द एग्जाम्स. जो कोर्सेज मुझे अच्छी लगती थी आई वुड एटलीस्ट मेक श्योर कि क्लास में जितना समझ सकते हो उतना समझ लो. And then revision वगैरह would happen only one day before the exam, 1 or 2 days before the exam. So as you can imagine, there were a lot of night outs, and I thank the night mess for and the exam hall for having us, push through all that stress. बट कॉलेज में हमने चीटिंग भी कर ली एग्जाम्स में, क्योंकि कई प्रॉफ्स तो इतने चिल होते थे, वो आते थे, पेपर देते थे और चले जाते थे. आई रिमेंबर मेरे कॉलेज में, एंड आई डोंट नो इफ आई शुड पुट इट आउट ऑन द इंटरनेट, बट people would keep some of their notes in the bathroom and they would go and take a look at their notes and come back and write those answers. तो मतलब अलग ही लेवल की चीटिंग होती थी. Which is why कुछ कोर्सेज में तो some profs were like open book एग्जाम देंगे हम तुमको, तुम उखाड़ लो जो उखाड़ना है. And those were the worst honestly, because वो questions इतने difficult होते थे कि open book, open note सब कुछ होने के बाद भी unless and until you know the concept, you would not be able to do anything. Yeah, somehow just survived. First सेमेस्टर के एंड में मेरा 6.0 GPA था, एंड that was a very low moment for me, honestly. I was coping with so many things. इतने सारे extracurricular activities थी, and I have always been someone who enjoys those things as well. So पढ़ाई वढ़ाई ज़्यादा करी नहीं. I mean, eventually I coped up, but first term के बाद तो मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था कि क्या हो गया. I used to get like 90%. वहाँ से 60% कैसे हो गया. Anyway, both these very different experiences have also shaped my personality, I feel. Very interestingly, क्योंकि पहला वाला was such a guarded kind of an environment that I learned to be very sincere in whatever I took up. I put in all my efforts in, जो भी मैं लेती थी, I would do it with my full sincerity. And so till today, I mean, I'm sort of a perfectionist. I don't think it's a good thing at all, by the way. You should focus on doing things rather than being a perfectionist. But I think I take a lot of pride in the kind of work that I produce, and like my school time has definitely helped me in gaining that personality. And similarly, when I went to college, it was a little different. I got a lot more exposure, and I also learned to let go a little, which I feel is a good balance, and it sort of helped me cope up with a lot of things. And most of the all round development that happens to a person, for me, it happened mostly during my college time. That's all about my school versus college life. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a like. शेयर कर देना किसी के साथ भी कर सको तो. And please subscribe and ask your friends to subscribe to this channel if you find the content helpful. It will mean a lot to me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.